The actions of the director of a daycare may have thwarted a man's attempts to cause harm to children and staff inside. According to police records, Jarvis Steiger was arrested after he threatened to have someone shoot up Brilliant Minds Learning Academy. Police say employees told...
Here's the thing. That right goes from your head. This guy could get someone else to go shoot up a daycare center for him. And that's why I tell you guys you can't compete. Hit one if you can go tell someone else to go shoot up a daycare center full of kids for you, and they'll actually do it.
Hell no.
But who on the panel doesn't believe that this guy has that type of power?
Yeah, but there's a difference between having people that will go shoot up a daycare center for no fucking good reason.
No, there's no difference, bro.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
If you shoot up the daycare center, you'll shoot up a fucking daycare center, period.
No, but you're talking about people having your back and not being able to compete. I have people that will take out a fucking crack house better than a fucking SWAT team if I need it done. But they wouldn't take out a daycare center. They'd take me out for asking them to take out a daycare center.
Right, so they're not as savage as his people. His people are way more savage. He's got.
But they're savage amateurs.
No, if they shoot, no. They'll shoot up a daycare center because another guy asked them to.
I think he's talking about difficulty. I think he's saying I think Mayor was saying it'd be like it's easier to get it's easy to call some scumbags to shoot up a daycare center than it is call some scumbags to shoot up a crack house where you could get hurt in the process.
I think it would be easy to shoot up a crack house. A crack house is easy to shoot up. Like you drive by and you spray the joint. And the cops come by and fucking canvas the neighborhood, nobody knows shit. You shoot up that fucking daycare center, the cameras all around, and fucking people going, the outpouring from the community.
State on alert. Yeah.
I didn't say they were thinking. I'm not saying that they were thinking that far ahead. They're just
of course the guy's not thinking all that. But what I'm saying is that, yo, you saw the story right before this. The girl, she got the guy to come shoot up the girl car. They were driving. These people, that's how it is. Like you can call some. They call them riders. They used to call them riders. I don't know what they call them now, but like it's riders everywhere. Niggas just do some shit. I'm sorry, man. You can't beat this.
Up Brilliant Minds Learning Academy. Police say employees told them Steiger went to the daycare to ask about child care services for his children. They say he became upset when he was told about the orientation process to enroll his kids.
You hear that? He went to find out about, he's trying to procure a daycare center for his kids.
So they asked him to leave?
No.
So you going?
But he still went from that to like, oh, all right, I'm going to see you babies later.
No, he didn't. They didn't ask him to leave. They told him that, like, he wanted to go in there and say, look, I want my kids to be here. And they'd be like, all right, just sign your name right here and bring your kids. They're like, nah, there's an orientation process you got to go through. So he gets mad and then says, listen, man, you're a bad motherfucker, man. You compete with this shit. Like, I just don't know how you compete with that. Like,
I just put an example in the chat of something that happened in the 80s. Army Rangers against the Crips.
Yeah, but what's the like? Listen. You are dealing with a guy who has kids. He's trying to find a place for his kids to go to daycare. While doing that, the woman at the place tells him, sure, but you have to go through an orientation. That makes him so angry that he goes and gets another guy to shoot up the place. Threatens to go get another guy to shoot up the place. And now he's in jail for, I guess, some kind of terroristic threats. But, man, if you can compete with that, man, if you can take it there at a moment's notice, that's scary.
The difference though, see, in Mayo, see, your people will do that and ride for you when you're in the right. See,
exactly.
People,
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
See, your people do that when a situation is right. They'll do it for you and burn down the town, and they'll have your back. The Sun Man will do it just on the strength of clout, just on the strength of getting their name up, just on the strength of that. They're so poisoned by the dumbness, they would do it anyway. That's the major difference. They don't mind going to jail for 15, 20 years.
But will the Gladiators do it? I can't tell.
And that's the other thing too, Mayo. Like these guys going to jail, like your guys. I don't think your guys want to go to jail. Like these guys, they don't. It just doesn't. It's not a deterrent, man. Jail is not a deterrent for these. I think jail would be a deterrent. They'd be thinking it would be in. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why you can't compete. Like that guy, he goes around the hood, man, bitch. I went down motherfucking daycare center. Bitch got small with me. Dirty ass bitch, man. I'm trying, man. Hey, Quantavious, man. Let's go shoot that motherfucker up, man. You got your shit with me? With you? Yeah, I got it with me. All right, come on, let's go in the car. About to go shoot this motherfucker up. Just
let me get my shiesty mask. Let me grab my shiesty mask.
You know what?
But we're not talking about difference in intelligence levels here.
Nah, but all that factors though, man.
I got the Sunman card for real. That was clear there, yeah.
Like the problem is that Mayonnaise is not around these dudes. He doesn't has no idea.
I grew up in Philly. I grew up in fucking Philadelphia.
But you don't sound. Sometimes you don't sound.
Yo, Wicked, your mic. You became a robot, man.
Your mic is wicked, yo.
Wicked robot.
Yeah, your shit is. But Mayo, it just sounds like. Don't get me wrong. I believe you, and you got great insight. But sometimes it sounds like. It just sounds like you don't know, like
every glider on the street is not a fucking Army Ranger trained to go in and take out the Crips, man. I mean, we understand and respect, I think, your ability to deal with this shit. And I'm sure, like, personally, you would do that. But, like, most gliders on the street are going to be like, oh, my God,
And that would make for a great movie script, Mayonnaise, but you're not around
yeah, that would be some definite fucking Bruce Willis shit.
You're not around these guys like that, Mayonnaise. You don't understand how fucked up the situation is, Mayonnaise.
Well, look, I'm not even saying that he couldn't do it, but, like, what I am saying is if you did do that shit and survived, like, look at Rittenhouse, dude. He was on the line, and he didn't even shoot these people.
All of that.
Yeah, and also, Mayo, the guys that you have are family guys that, have jobs. The guys on their side literally might have just come home from the penitentiary and are ready to go back again. That's a harder motherfucker. I'm sorry. A motherfucker that's just come home from the penitentiary and he's ready to do this shit. He's going harder than your friend who might have a job and trying to do some covert shit, and y'all gonna like go do some covert mission like y'all in the fucking MacGyver or some shit. Like this is a difference, man.
He also doesn't have anywhere to be, so he can do it at a moment's notice.
Exactly. Your friend, like he got to tell his wife, like make up a lie for why he's not in the house and shit. He got to go kiss his kids. This fucking guy's got.
Why he's going to prison? Why he's going to go to prison?
Yeah, like these guys don't care about prison. Right, dude. Yeah, like, man, you're talking about a totally different thing. You're talking about guys that don't care about anybody. They'll shoot anybody. Like, your guys will only shoot the guys that you ask them to. These guys will shoot anybody. There's a difference.
Yeah. Imagine if they actually were going to go ahead and shoot up a daycare center. What if that car ride was going to be like, yeah, man, I got my burn on me. target all the 5-year-olds.
It would be silent. It would be silent. They pull up. He'd be like, all right, they slow down. Dude would reach his hand out the window, fire some shots, and then they speed off, hit the first corner, and then start driving regular. But at a fast speed, at a fast pace, trying to get the fuck out of there. But they wouldn't be like speeding out, down the same street. They would hit a corner, drive, and then try to get the fuck away. And you know what I'm saying? Get it away, try to hit a highway or something like that.
And everything about it again. Not worry.
First, they'd put on a good baseline.
And then by that night, like I'm sure that it would be on the news. The shit got shot up or whatnot, blah blah blah. And the girl who had the interaction with him and heard him threaten that, she knows that, you know, is 99.9% that guy. And he's on camera going into the daycare center. And maybe he's on camera arguing with the woman at the daycare center. But none of that's going through their minds, which is another reason why you can't compete. Like, he's on camera in the daycare center, most likely arguing with the woman. And then 20 minutes later, they mysteriously get shot up. So even if she doesn't cooperate, like people in Memphis don't do, like we heard, that's still a lot of probable cause, man.
Like on a criminal level, I think you could try to compete with it. You could fight it. But on a societal level, how we are, it's kind of tough to compete with that.
Yeah, it's tough because the advantage, the fact that they don't care is their advantage. I care. Like, listen, I don't want to go to prison.
Right.
I don't know everybody in prison. I'm in a new fucking state. I don't know these guys in prison. I don't know these guys up here that are in prison.
The fact that they don't care is also their fucking downfall every time.
There's no downfall because they don't care.
Yes, there is.
No, man. A downfall is what you call downfall.
You got shit to lose.
They don't care.
There's nothing to lose here.
He
nothing to
went
gain either, bro.
Fucking sign his kids up for daycare. Got in an argument with the lady because she told him he had to go through an orientation.
Right.
And then wanted to not shoot her.
Right.
He just wanted someone to fire shots into the daycare center from the street.
Like he didn't think like, man, who's gonna raise my kid? Who's gonna raise my kid when I'm locked up?
Do that, Mayo.
He just wanted somebody. He wanted someone.
They would not be in my phone if they would do that.
Exactly.
That's
right.
Right. There you go.
That's the point.
And, okay. So you have daycare murderers.
Do a poll.
Congratulations. You guys own all the fucking daycare murderers.
Well, but that's not really true, though.
In the Sun, we're just saying in the Sun community, the mentality, the attitude.
This is fucking harmless as far as, like, kid shooting goes.
It's not hard to find a knucklehead that's in control of somebody that can go run and do something so stupid to throw their whole life away.
Right,
that's
congratulations.
That
nobody's bragging now, Manny. You don't have to congratulate. No one's bragging.
Mayo, basically short-sightedness is not in no supply.
Like
I mean, listen, man. I think that what Mayo's forgetting is that when you're in these communities, these guys have been to prison before. So it's like that cherry's busted. The typical guy on the street, when he thinks about prison, he's dreading it. He's thinking like, oh shit, they're still thinking that somebody gonna fuck me in my ass and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They thinking about that shit. They're not even thinking about the nights upon nights, the minute by minute being in there, the politics. These guys already been through that. They know the politics. They know how to maneuver in prison. That's not even a deterrent for them. Like, it's just...
That's because they don't think forward.
No, it's because that's just part of their life. They know if you're a gangster, a gangbanger, or a hoodlum, or in a clique in a crew, you know you're going to jail. You know you don't think you're never going to go to jail. Like, think about it. If you tell me this, Wiki, a crew of niggas in Chicago, and it's a dude in that clique ain't never been to jail. How was he looked at?
I mean, he's green, right? He don't know what's up. But these guys, like, they go to jail. They know what comes next. You know how when you don't know what comes next, the uncertainty.
Yeah, the uncertainty.
That.
Yeah,
they don't have that. They know what comes next. You know, like they'll go to prison. They know they got to go through your intake. You know, all of that. They know every single step. But man, I got an idea for Manny. I think we need to drop Manny's off in the middle of the hood for one day, and he'll get it.
Yeah.
Halo drop into the middle of Inglewood.
Right. Then I'll be like, oh, okay, right, yeah. He's gonna come back on the next.
All right, I got.
You can pick whatever loadout you want.
You come roll through my neighborhood with your crew and see what happens.
But we're not arguing. That's not what
we don't
arguing,
have
Manny.
Oh my god, that's like argument. Totally missing the point. Yeah,
you're not. Okay, yeah, all right.
But I bet these guys will roll through your hood. But man, you don't want these guys to come looking for you. Here's the thing: the story before this, the woman almost hit some people, got mad at them because she almost hit them, and then fired into their car with like 4 kids in it.
Yes, this is pretty much a recurring theme on this show.
Yeah, in this country, and which makes me wonder, with Manny's attitude, where are those guys at? Because I don't see them. The nation's and fucking being destroyed at the seams. Where's Manny's at? Where's the mayonnaise ass guys at?
So is it just me? Call them, yeah.
Where they at? Because nobody's doing shit about it. Where they at?
There's 100 towns that didn't put up with the fucking BLM bullshit.
This is everywhere,
read about them. You just don't
they're
read
not
about
putting
them.
in work. Those guys are not dropping bodies. Like when I was at the 2A rally in Richmond about 3 years ago, and it was probably 10,000 white guys there with guns, and maybe like 200-300 black guys, right? And I never felt so safe. All those, everybody was so friendly. People were speaking to me and my wife. Me and my wife were there. They were speaking to us, and all of them looked like Duck Dynasty guys, long beards and fucking camo shit on and blah, blah, blah. And they all had big guns. It wasn't no handguns there. It was all big shit. And everybody was just milling around the streets. The whole area was cordoned off, so there was no cars coming through. But it was just like shoulder to shoulder in most places. And I never felt safer in my fucking life. There's no way I could be around one son man with an AR, brandishing an AR, and feel safe. Let alone 10,000 in one, 4-block radius. There's no way.
Hey, maybe someday if you ever come to South Carolina, we hit the shooting range together.
All right, man. Sure, man. Definitely, man. I definitely got people in South Carolina, but I mean, you know, I definitely, man, definitely know South Carolina. You guys, definitely people down there, man.
And people are saying that this ain't happening in towns. Yes, the fuck is happening in towns. Hey, come into a town near you at this rate.
Bogalusa.
Everywhere in southern Mississippi.
Yeah.
Right. Where are they at? Where are the Mayo men at to stop these fucking atrocities from occurring all the fucking time?
Shit, Bogalusa. Sorry.
One of them was in a mall. One of them was in a mall in fucking Indiana last weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you the one.
Bullshit. He wasn't protecting nobody or on no fucking equalizer mission like you're talking about. He was on some goofy dumb shit.
Sunman do that shit too. Everybody does that shit.
You don't think this is some dumb shit?
No, this is a meaning. He's mad at the woman who told him he had to take orientation.
And that's not some dumb shit.
No, but there's a meaning.
It's the difference.
To
it's a
it.
big ass difference.
It's a meaning. He's mad because she told him that he has to go through orientation before his kids can come to the daycare. So he wants somebody to fire shots randomly into the daycare from the street. That other guy just was like, I'm just going to go to the mall and kill some people I never met before. Right. Salute to Christy Webster, man.
Hey, you know what I think? You know what I think it is? I think this is because I think it's a coping mechanism for Mayo. It's got to be a coping mechanism, though.
Yeah, he's smarter than that. Man, way smarter than that, man. But yeah, let me play the video, man.
Say employees told them Steiger went to the daycare to ask about child care services for his children. They say he became upset when he was told about the orientation process to enroll his kids. In a statement to News Channel 3, the director said she instantly knew something wasn't quite right. The manager here says when she realized that something was off, she immediately pressed the panic button and kept the man talking until police arrived.
So she knew something. What do you think he was saying? Just like, oh man, I gotta do orientation. Tisk, tisk, tisk. For her to press the panic button.
You're kidding me, right?
The manager here says when she realized that something was off, she immediately pressed the panic button and kept the man talking until police arrived. That button initiated the lockdown protocol, which notifies MPD and alerts staff about potential threats. According to police, the man made threats saying he was a gang member and would call some people to come to the daycare to shoot it up.
No.
After he was taken into custody, police say he then began to make threats to shoot officers.
Okay, so Mayo.
This guy's just stupid.
No, Mayo, this guy's just son. This guy's just sunpid.
He went off like Boosie in there, basically. I'm gonna shoot any motherfucking cops that come up in here. First white boy I see.
They probably start asking about paperwork.
He's serious
paperwork
too.
And his ID and shit.
Yeah, this right. And this guy's serious though, Mayo. Like he really means that shit though.
Mayo, he doesn't think, he feels.
Exactly.
That's
That's
the
a good point.
Oh, I know. He's acting like a bitch.
No. You're understanding. He feels.
Yes, he's acting like a bitch. That's how bitches act. On emotion.
He's acting like an animal.
Like an animal, yeah. He's acting like a wild animal. He's acting like a dog trapped, a wolf trapped in a cage. He'll literally chew his foot off to get escape. He is not concerned.
Right, it's like instinct.
He doesn't. He's not concerned with things going on tomorrow. He's all about what's going on now and how he feels now.
Tomorrow, like your guys or whatever guys you got,
they have a future.
Yeah, tomorrow it'd be like,
they think, oh shit, I might be in jail tomorrow. This dude's like, man, fuck this. Like he literally is not thinking about nothing but the present moment. And this bitch insulted me.
They have no concept of consequences.
Yeah. If they think about it, they think about it later.
Let me get to some of these cash apps. We got a $5 cash app from Conscious Frequencies, man. Salute. That's TJ. Salute to you, man, TJ. We got another one from CJ Supreme, aka #1 Stunner. He said, "Put on a suit and get 1 million subs." Hey, what if I started wearing a suit, man? That shit would be hysterical, man. If I came here with a suit next episode, y'all would. That shit would be. I couldn't keep.
I'm telling you, I think you'd get more money with pasties, man. I'm just saying.
You mean the trolley kind, right?
Yeah, I can get Miko's crowd over here, man. Let me see. We got Deluxe 247 with the he says thanks for speaking up. $10 PayPal. He says thanks for speaking up. We got Charles Rowland. He gives $100. He says keep up the good work. So yeah, man, we doing very well over here, man. Salute to you guys, man, for supporting the channel. Man.
Let me say this real quick, brother. If you don't mind me saying, I want to say this to Mayo, to Necroverse in the chat, and to anyone that agrees with Mayo. Nobody here is arguing that there's not tough white boys. We're not arguing.
Oh, nah, hell no.
We're arguing
the world. White boys run the world.
Mayo, what we're saying is, and you might not want to accept it, Mayo, but I mean, it is what it is. We could drop off enough Sunman in your community, and it's OV.
No. Here's the thing, Wicked. We could drop off 5 single mothers and their broods into his neighborhood, and it would be OV.
And that's what Mayo needs to. That's what we're not saying. There's not tough white boys. It is what it is. There's tough everywhere.
White boys run the world. Like I told you yesterday, there's a whole ecosystem at 40,000 feet of badass white boys flying fighter jets in all types of fucking war zones and shit, refueling at 40,000 feet.
You could be the
Like, they
toughest
got
white boy in the world, but you're gonna end up like the Predator drowning in aliens on top of the temple, man.
Right.
But we work within the system. We have shut this down. We have shut this down before. The 80s crime bill. Who can say that was not effective?
But that's not happening, man. It's not happening right now.
It's not happening yet because it took the crack epidemic and the violence that followed that to bring that on.
Well, I wouldn't hold my breath, man, because you might catch a straight bullet in the process, dog.
Right? Yeah, man, we're so far away. Like it hasn't even turned. Like I haven't seen a shift that makes me think that we're headed towards some goddamn crime bill. Like there's no horizon. There's no one can foresee it. Like in fucking between 80 and 92, you had Republicans in office for 12 straight years, and then you had Bill Clinton, a centrist Democrat. Bill Clinton was not a fucking leftist, liberal, bleeding heart Democrat. He was a centrist. So you have fucking 20 years of Republican and centrist Democrats in office. Then you go fucking 8 more years of a Republican. And then you get Barack, the left liberal, radical left liberal
and
Democrat.
That's when this shit started.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is that crime bill, it took 12 years of Republicans to where the only Democrat that could win had to be in the center. A liberal Democrat couldn't win because the country was so far skewed to the right that the only type of Democrat could win would be a centrist one. And then he brought in the crime bill because he's not a fucking bleeding heart liberal.
But that was Joe Biden's crime bill.
He's basically a Republican that believes in welfare.
That was Joe Biden's crime bill. That wasn't a Republican crime bill.
But what I'm saying is, hold on, time out. I said Bill Clinton being a centrist, it was done under his watch. It wasn't done under fucking Jimmy Carter or fucking Barack Obama. You gotta follow the train. The country has to be in a certain space for these things to happen.
And we're heading there.
No,
fast.
We got Joe Biden as the fucking president. And he's not the same Joe Biden that wrote that crime bill.
And we had Jimmy Carter as president.
Mamasa says, in China, none of this mess will be happening. Yeah. In China, listen, in China, you go to prison, you're fucking working every day. Like, you're fucking busting your hump, breaking rocks. Hard shit. Not like just like making license plates and shit. You're fucking breaking those little stones. You ever see you ever see somebody's driveway or some shit? They got the stones, the little gray stones lined, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. Where do you think those are made? Those are made in Chinese prisons.
Yeah, we should do a jail clip over there one night about the jails.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that on Rumble, man. We're gonna do that on Rumble.
The people that did violent crime like this would just be shot after court.
Yeah, these people would just be killed on the spot. But here's the thing. This guy right here is just one of many. Like, he's another thing that we're not thinking about is that he probably has to be like that to navigate that area. You see, he has a bunch of kids. You know what I'm saying? This guy can't be, you know what I'm saying, another way. He lives in an area where you have to be like that. And he's already like that. And his DNA is like that. And he's in a gang. You're fucked.
There to shoot it up. After he was taken into custody, police say he then began to make threats to shoot officers. Once in custody, Steiger told police he had mental health issues. In a statement, the director of Brilliant Minds says, quote, "The parent never made contact with our scholars and never made it past our front desk." She went on to say, "Due to this situation, our security has extended their hours to meet the needs of our scholars and parents. She also thanked MPD for their fast response. In Parkway Village, Marcus Hunter, WRE.